I know that after that, half of you left the trailer and went about your day because I was one of them. I was one of them. But you missed this. Oh, you thought there was something else after the trailer? No, definitely not. No. What you actually missed was clicking on the description for the actual video. So the big question I've got for you guys is, what do you think those two little words mean? And more. What do you think the and more is going to be? What do you think they're going to add in addition to the characters that we're going to be getting? Guys, it has been a hot minute, but I'm back. Trickster J here, bringing you that maximum effort and sensational content for you guys today. So I'm going to start things off by saying it baffles me that what they said in the description wasn't in the actual video itself. I know it was a character-driven video, and I know that they're celebrating, you know, the 1-year anniversary, and that they're really showcasing the fact that they've had over 200 plus characters in the game. But the way they made this trailer look is that, you know, they're only focused on the characters, and that to be continued right after showing us 200 plus characters and then teasing 209 to going to be continued makes you think to yourself, okay, cool, they're just adding more characters. That's what the to be continued is, just adding more characters. That's it, nothing else. So why didn't they add what they said in the description? Like, it baffles me to think that, because those two words and more goes a long way. Like, if you added that in the video, I'm pretty sure a whole lot more people would have been like, okay, cool, what could it be? They're adding more than just characters. Because in my previous video, I basically said, okay, it just says they've added more characters, it didn't say anything else. But you guys let me know in the comments, dude, it said in the description of the video and more. And I was like, description? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Why wouldn't you add the and more in the actual video itself? Like, I know that they were only focused on just the characters at the minute and all of that, but come on, like, the and more would have given us more of an insight on you're working on more stuff than just characters, you know? But let me know what you think, guys. Do you think they should have just added the and more in the actual video itself to kind of let us know that it's not just characters we're focused on? Because I'm pretty sure that they know that the community wants more than just characters at this point now. So wouldn't it have made sense to kind of tell us and more in the actual video than a description that maybe 50% of the people that watch the video isn't gonna really click on? Anyway, moving on from that, guys, and more. Now here's the thing, right? And more can mean two different things. And more can mean the community's and more, or and more can be Sparking Zero's and more. Now I'm gonna start things off with, look at what we got in the very first DLC they gave us, the Dragon Ball Super DLC, right? They gave us characters and more, quote unquote. Here's the thing though, the and more consisted of a full-fledged customizational outfit, which looked really cool, pretty cool, just one for Piccolo, and a custom battle that you could have made yourself, I could have made myself, we could have made ourselves. Like, what? What the? See, that's Sparking Zero's version of and more, and I don't think that's and more. I mean, yes, it is extra, it is and more, but it's not what we consider as and more. A community's version of and more would have been the characters, probably 3 different customizational outfits for, you know, the characters that we got for the DLC, on top of maybe one OST or a sample of music alongside a map. That's what I consider and more. And maybe some capsules and a different nameplate, you know, for online and stuff like that. That's and more. Or that's what the community expects as an and more, not what they kind of gave us. So that's why I say there's 2 different versions of and more. And if this is the route that Sparking Zero is going down, then we're not really gonna get much, you know, much things different. See, with that and more statement, I feel like a lot of us are expecting for them to be adding so much into the game, and we've got to be realistic with ourselves here. As much as some of this stuff that you guys are talking about is like damn right should be in the game, but isn't. And some of these stuff that you guys are saying would be really cool to add in the game, but I just don't think they can. And to be realistic with ourselves, I think we'll probably get at least one or two of the most popular requested things from the community, and I'm assuming we're gonna get a new game mode, maybe a new event as well, and alongside the characters, and they might start adding more customizational stuff, items, outfits and stuff like that, alongside maybe 2 new maps. I'm gonna put it down to 2 new maps because it took them a whole year to make one, so I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt and just say 2 new maps. I'm thinking something like that. They're not gonna be adding a whole bunch of crazy stuff to the game. I think we will get a new game mode. I do think we'll get a whole bunch more, you know, alternate outfits, maybe alternate colorways to certain outfits, and then whole new outfits completely for certain characters, alongside maybe more capsules. And honestly, maybe like 2, I'm gonna say max 3 stages, but I'm saying we'll probably get a stage at the very beginning, very middle, very end. As I've always said, and I've said in my previous 2 videos, we should have had the Red Ribbon Army stage for the Dragon Ball Super Superhero DLC 1. We should have had that, then a gap, then, you know, we have the Daima DLC stage. That would have been perfect. That generally would have been perfect. But we didn't get that, and I feel like we should have gotten that. There's so many maps that they should be adding. I hope that's part of the and more that they're talking about. Now, I'm going to try and cover everything because I know a lot of you guys in the description are going to be like, we don't need all of this. What we need is for them to fix the game itself. At this point, I do think that they're going to take this time to look at what actually needs fixing with the game from now until January, because obviously it does say in the description, January 2026, we're going to find out a lot more about what their plans are. But I do think during now until then, they are going to take a look at all the bugs that are in the game, the fixes that they need to make, and it will come out, like the updates and patches and stuff will come out alongside what they've got planned for, you know, 2026 and the and more part of their statement, alongside the characters and what else they're going to actually put out to us. So what I'm basically trying to say is I don't think you have to worry about them trying to fix certain things, because I think they will fix quite a few things. I don't think they're going to fix a lot of the stuff, because I know a lot of you guys have mentioned certain bugs that I'm like, yeah, it needs fixing, but I feel like they're going to prioritize other stuff before they get to that. Like one person said the whole non-transforming thing when you're offline just doing a regular battle with the CPU characters, that they just don't transform. And I think they're not gonna really look into that too much, because that's like a minor thing. They'll be looking into like other major things that you guys have talked about. So maybe they'll look at reworking certain DPs for certain characters and stuff like that. Who knows? I'm just throwing out ideas that you guys have thrown out there, that I think they'll prioritize the major ones that the community has put kind of close to the top, rather than small stuff like that, which still needs fixing. It's just, it's not going to be on their priority list. So for season 2 now, I think the first DLC pack, right? The first DLC pack should have, and I'm going to go with the baseline of what Dragon Ball Super Superhero first DLC was, right? So the amount of characters I'm happy with. Then we needed at least 3 to 4 full-on different outfits, because we only got one, which was Piccolo's one, and Piccolo's one was fine, it was perfect. As a full-on different outfit, yes, it was fine, but we need at least 3 to 4 of those different outfits. Then, obviously, the Red Ribbon Army map. We need a new map with it as well. Now, I'm not saying they need a map for every single DLC, but we should have gotten it. It was a perfect time to implement a map at the very beginning to kind of let us know that this DLC is going to be big, you know, that the next DLCs follow is going to have a similar feel to this one, where it's jam-packed, it's got a lot in it. That would have given us a bit more hope when that DLC came out. But coming off topic, yes, we needed the Red Ribbon Army map as well. So the Red Ribbon Army map would have been great. And then give us maybe, you know, color variant outfits and stuff like that. So we could have gotten maybe, you know how like in Squadron they gave the Gammas black outfits? Come on, that was sick! Like, I would rock that. I would never go back to the original. And then maybe give Gohan, I don't know, maybe like a full-on white gi or whatever the case may be. Like, have him have different color variants of his outfit as well, his original outfit, and add maybe a new song or OST from like the movie if they can. I know there's like rights issues and stuff like that, but have them maybe like an OST or something from the movie, because the OST is quite memorable the movie. And then I think that would have been it. I think we would have been alright with that. Oh, give us at least a mini story. Don't give us a custom battle. No, what they needed to do was give us an actual episode battle. Like, have us go into the story and pick maybe play the game through Gamma 2 or Gamma 1. That would have been cool to play the game through their eyes instead of obviously Gohan's and stuff like that, because I feel like we've done that so many times before. But it would have been cool to play the game through the Gammas, even if it's just 2 episodes or 3 episodes for the Gammas. 1 episode, 2 to 3 episodes for, you know, Gohan and Piccolo as well. 2 to 3 episodes for Piccolo. It could be at least, what, maybe 9 episodes? The whole DLC could be 9 episodes, 3 each. 3 for the Gammas, 3 for Piccolo, 3 for Gohan. That's it. That's what we need. Like, I don't get why they couldn't have done that and then give us like a decent cutscene, maybe at the beginning, middle, end of those different episodes. That would have been
perfection.
And then that could have been our DLC one. Now, I don't think that's packed, but I think that's a decent sized DLC one. Oh, and just for added measure as well, throw in a nameplate, throw in a couple nameplates from, you know, the super kind of Dragon Ball Super superhero theme, you know, just so when you go online you can have like a Gohan nameplate or whatever the case may be. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that would have been a good idea for a Sparking Zero Season 2 DLC pack? Like, they need to learn from what they've done in the previous season, and the content that I've just described and talked about, I think would work perfectly as a proper DLC pack. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're actually going to get given more as in our version of more? Or do you think that they're going to give us their kind of Sparking Zero version where they give us maybe 1 or 2 outfits, a custom battle, and that's what they're going to include with the other characters again? Let me know what you think. But other than that, guys, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Stay saucy, stay sweet, and I will catch you in the next video in a bit.
Later.